Back, guys, to another English accent training. So, with training, I'll be using this pen between my teeth, keeping this pen between my teeth, and speaking a bit of English from the study material that I have, which I'll be reading the poetry foundation of Ozymandias by P.B. Shelley. Without any ado, let's begin. Shelley's friend, the Vanguard, Horace Smith, stayed with the poet and his wife Mary, author of Frankenstein, in the Christmas season of 1817. One evening, they began to discuss recent discoveries in the Near East. In the wake of Napoleon's conquest of Egypt in 1798, the archaeological treasures found there stimulated the European imagination. The power of pharaonic Egypt and had seemed eternal, but now this once great empire was and had long been in ruins, a fabled shadow. Shelley and Smith remembered the Roman era historian Diodorus Siculus, who described a statue of Ozymandias, more commonly known as Ramesses II, possibly the pharaoh referred to in the book of Exodus. Diodorus reports the inscription on the statue, which he claims was the largest in Egypt, as follows: King of kings, Ozymandias, I am. If any want to know how great I am and where I lie, let him outdo me in my work. The statue and its inscription do not survive, and were not seen by Shelley. His inspiration of Ozymandias was verbal rather than visual. Stimulated by their conversation, Smith and Shelley wrote sonnets based on the passage in Diodorus. Smith produced a now forgotten poem with unfortunate title on a stupendous leg of granite discovered standing by itself in the deserts of Egypt, with inscription inserted below. Shelley's contribution was Ozymandias, one of the best known sonnets in European literature. In addition to Diodorus' passage, Shelley must have recalled similar examples of boastfulness in the epitaphic tradition. In Greek anthology 8177, for example, a gigantic tomb on a high cliff probably insists that it is the eighth wonder of the world. Here, as in case of Ozymandias, the inert fact of the monument displays the presence of a dead person it commemorates. The proud claim is made on behalf of art, the tomb and its creator, not deceased. So, Ozymandias believes he speaks for himself. In Shelley's poem, his monument testifies against him. Ozymandias has an elusive, sidelong approach to its subject. The poem begins with the word "I", but the first person here is a mere framing device. The "I" quickly fades away in favor of a mysterious traveler from an antique land. This wayfarer represents the remaining 13 lines of the poem. The reader encounters Shelley's poem like an explorer coming upon a strange, desolate landscape. The first image that we see is the two vast trunkless legs of stone in the middle of desert, column-like legs but no torso. The center of this great figure, whoever he may have been, remains missing. The sonnet comes to a halt in the middle of its first quatrain. Are these fragmentary legs all that is left? The reader encounters Shelley's poem like after this pause, Shelley's poem describes a shattered visage. The enormous face of Ozymandias, the visage, is taken apart by the poet, who collaborates with time's ruinous force. Shelley says nothing about the rest of the face. He describes only the mouth with its frown and wrinkled lip, and a sneer of cold command. Cold command is the emblem of empire building ruler of the tyrannical kind that Shelley despised. Ozymandias resembles the monstrous George III of our Shelley sonnet. England in 1819, surprisingly surviving statues of Ramesses II, aka Ozymandias, show him with a mild, slightly mischievous expression at his expression, not a glowering, imperious one. So that's it for today, guys. I'll be doing some other practices in the coming days. Researching for that to get the real accent that I want. So if you guys have any other methods to develop my accent, if you guys have any proven methods that you adopted for all through your journey, please do comment. Bye for today.